Hamilton may be vegan, but that doesn't mean he hasn't had his fair share of beef. Welcome to Lesson 8 of F1 101, Formula 1 for Dummies. Major rivalries from a long time ago, but not that long ago. Get your notebooks and pens, because it's lights out and away we go. Today we're going to start off with one of Red Bull's most notorious cases of experienced Australian driver getting terrorized by new, fresh European driver. No, I'm not talking about Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo, I'm talking about Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber. Let's get into the multi-21 law. The Vettel v Webber rivalry was a classic case of new talent versus experience. Sebastian Vettel was the fresh new German driver who was ferociously dedicated to winning, and Mark Webber was the experienced Australian driver who had a straightforward approach to driving and, despite being known for raw speed, felt overshadowed by Vettel, believing himself to be under-prioritized by Red Bull. The start of their rivalry was marked by a collision between the two at the 2010 Turkish Grand Prix, during which Vettel attempted an overtake on Webber, who was the race leader. Unfortunately, this sent Vettel out of the race and Webber into the pits for repair, costing them a 1-2 finish. Then at Silverstone the same year, tension rose over front wing upgrades, as Vettel crashed his car during practice and was given Webber's new front wing. Despite this, Webber won the race, declaring, "Not bad for a number 2 driver." Get into it. 2 years later at the 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix, the season finale, Webber's aggression on track on lap 1 saw Vettel in the pit wall, and even though he recovered and won the championship, Vettel saw Webber's move as sabotage, potentially prompting what was about to happen at the 2013 Malaysian Grand Prix. Dubbed the Multi-21 event. Multi-21 was a code word from Red Bull describing their strategy for the drivers to hold positions and secure a 1-2 finish. This meant for Webber to stay out in front and win the race, and Vettel staying behind in second. However, Vettel disregarded this decision, overtook Webber and won the race, leading to the iciest cool-down room with a fuming hot Mark Webber, who ended up retiring from F1 that year. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to Mercedes. Basically, Lewis Hamilton and Monaco-based YouTuber who beat a mini-cool machinery Nico Rosberg were childhood best friends, very close like brothers, both sharing the dream of making it to Formula 1 together. Rosberg debuted with Williams in 2006 and Hamilton debuted in 2007. Now, Hamilton essentially entered F1 into a rivalry with Fernando Alonso, who won championships in 05 and 06, was gunning to win 07, but lost to Kimi Räikkönen by 1 point. But the tea is that he tied for second with Hamilton. Then the next year, Hamilton won the championship. This is also the year that Nico gets his first podium, which he shared with Hamilton. Aww. Psych. Now, students, I would need a whole course going through the rest of the Mercedes lore, but essentially it's the classic case of both of them being obsessed with winning, which ultimately took over their relationship. In 2013, Hamilton and Rosberg were on the same team in Mercedes, battling for the championship. Hamilton won 2014 and 2015, and then Rosberg won 2016 and retired. Some say it's so that Hamilton couldn't beat him again. Hilariously, Rosberg works as an F1 presenter, so he's bumped into Hamilton all the time. Now, if you think the rivalries end there, you would be mistaken. Make sure you come to next lesson where we're going to tackle the big bad 2021 Formula 1 season.